जय श्रील प्रभुपाद। हरे कृष्ण नाम प्रभु की जय। Welcome all of you for the 9th summary session of Soulful Japa. So, though we had planned only one summary session per cue card, I think the first two cue cards had taken us 8 sessions. Now today I will talk about the third card or the third mala, which is the bhavana of divine dependency. Again, chant japa means foreground activity of concurrent chanting come hearing with full attention, and background bhavana, feeling, which does not consume foreground attention. So without diluting the foreground attention, chanting come hearing is concurrent chanting come hearing is mindful japa. And when we added delight in chanting, delight in hearing, delight in tasking, it became mindful plus delightful japa. So at least minimum, our chanting at all times must be mindful japa. And with progress of time, once you know it is the most important personality, most loving personality who is come to give me association, then automatically anytime you chant, your japa will be delightful. There will be delight in your mind. Prasannata is a delight in your mind about chanting nama, hearing nama, tasking the nama. So, every time I keep stressing foreground activity and background activity, because wherever most of the time what we fault in the foreground activity, we bring our attention to feelings, or we bring our attention to philosophy, we do philosophical analysis during japa, or we meditating on something that we read about, Krishna, or our attention is processing the what preaching I should do today, etc., or what daily duties I should do. Like this, our foreground attention goes into thinking. So we very clearly we have understood now that thinking is the biggest enemy of japa. So our whole idea is concurrent chanting and hearing exclusively go on and on and on and on. And then there is something called bhavana, which is thought feeling, which is not a thought, but it is a feeling, is a language of feeling. Language means there is a thought also, but there is no verbalization of thought. There is a very subtle, you can say, a feeling talk. A feeling is there, and such feelings are in the background of the foreground. Chanting come hearing, chanting come hearing, chanting come hearing, chanting come hearing. And that rich background enhances the quality of japa. So the first mala we said that background is the feeling of being a nama sevak. Loading that relationship personality, relationship ego. Nama sevak is a relationship personality, is a relationship ego. That also concept, many times I keep repeating it. You have so many relationship ego. You are father of somebody, you are husband of somebody, you are son of somebody, you are employer of somebody, etc., etc. These are all different relationship personalities. So when you the first mala is a relationship personality, that I am the servant of Krishna, and that should stay throughout the 16 rounds. And then each of the other bhavanas are actually feelings of this Namasevak. Now Shraddha. Second round was Shraddha. Is faith that the Lord is before me. The Lord is Surya of Satchidananda. By attentive hearing, the Shakti Avasha Nama on my tongue, I get spiritual mercy from Nama Prabhu, purifies me, etc. All those things, and so on, we have discussed those things. The reason why I am again and again repeating it is this bhavana should not turn into thinking or contemplation. Contemplation, this is meant for pre-japa time. During japa, hearing is more important. You cannot sacrifice hearing for contemplating. Because all your mercy is coming through hearing. And if you contemplate, you cannot hear. If you think, you cannot hear. If you philosophize, you cannot hear. Because now who is before you is a Shabda Avatara. So hearing is the most important thing in the sense that, of course, chanting come hearing. You cannot hear alone unless you do chanting come hearing. But if you cannot hear if you are thinking. That means Nama is before you, you are not touching him. Several times we have discussed that iron in the fire, you have to be in the fire. Then you get the full experience of japa. Okay, now third cue card or third mala is called divine dependency. In other words, in order to do concurrent chanting come hearing successfully, attentive japa successfully, we need Divya Chesta Shakti from Nama Prabhu. That was the biggest discovery behind the Soulful Japa. Don't forget that, gardeners. That energy to chant comes from energy to do attentive chanting, energy to lock attention on Nama Prabhu comes from Nama Prabhu. That means for successful chanting, you are depending upon Nama Prabhu himself. So therefore, this mala, third mala, should increase that feeling of begging the Lord that please allow me to be attentive. Please allow me to lock my attention. It's a feeling. And it's only by your mercy I am able to lock my attention. To hold my attention on Nama Prabhu is not a small blessing. You have blessed me, please bless me. I want to be uninterruptedly attentive. Without your Shakti it is not possible. Because my mind is always shifting from one subject to another subject. Chanchalahi mana Krishna. So to keep my mind on chanting and hearing the Nama for 2 hours is only possible by the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And Chaitanya and Nama Prabhu's mercy you get. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu excuses you from the unknown offenses that you are prone to do as a neophyte, including inattentiveness, helplessly inattentive. What can be done? But there is a condition to this flow of Chesta Shakti, Divya Chesta Shakti. Divya Chesta Shakti will flow only if with desire and determination you show your you express your intention to associate with him, the very strong desire and determination to give Jnana Chesta and Kriya Chesta and Jnana Chesta on each Nama. There is a saying, God helps those who help themselves. It is applicable in Japa also. You have to help yourself. That means Hare Krishna Nama Prabhu will see how much you are wanting to be attentive in his Japa. So that testing he will do. If you take one step, Krishna will take 10 steps. But we have to take one step. You cannot say now, you see, I have trained myself in mindful japa. As soon as I take my mala, it is going to be mindful japa. It's not. Reason I told you different times, it's several earlier modules also. That even though you have trained a mind slice, right now at each time different mind slices are operating according to gunakala karma. I cited this scientific fact that more than 160 thoughts per minute surfaces from the subconscious to the conscious mind. When you are chanting, all those thoughts have to be drowned. You have to show your intention. In other words, simply if you take a chant just because you are trained, it is going to be mindful. No. You have to be desire and determined to be mindful. That means little austerity is there, which I talked about it, very, very important, which is called the threshold austerity. Threshold tapasya. Threshold means you go up to that, then after that it becomes easy. So there is a threshold. That means it may be 5 beats, 10 beats in the beginning. But at 5-10 beats, you should know, my attention, I have to give full respect to the Rama Prabhu. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Then automatically, that release of Divya Chesta Shakti will come and your attention will be locked up. And then you will not want to stop chanting and hearing. You want to chant more and more and more and more and more. So for this I gave another example, if you all recall, that how a vehicle is started with battery power. The engine is now first run with battery power. Then the petrol fires. And then the engine goes on its own. Similarly, it is not that as soon as you take your mala, Divya Chesta Shakti is going to flow in. You have to show your desire and determination and hold the nama for 5 minutes, 10 minutes with desire and determination. During that time, or due to that very effort, it acts as a trigger to bring the trained mind slice from the subconscious and push out all other mind slices. All other knowing is pushed out, and only knowing and doing the holy name will be there. That is mindful japa. So these are some of the things, in our daily japa, practical things which I am trying to explain here. That always, as a good japa, you should know that, there is a threshold desire and determination required. After that, desire and even without determination also, the taste will pull you. The Divya Chesta Ruchi will pull you. Bead after bead, bead after bead, bead after bead, bead after bead. It's a beautiful concept. The example is very nice. Battery power you start and then you go off. Why do you need battery power to start? Suppose you are running, the vehicle is running. Do you need to do this self-starter? No, you don't need. Suppose you stop somewhere. You go to a shop, come back, sit in your car. Car is standing zero, car is not moving. You have to start the battery. Is it not? You need the battery power. This battery power is our desire and determination and tapasya. Extra effort to keep the Jnana Chesta and Kriya Chesta on the Nama for 5 beats, 10 beats, start off, engine will start off. So anytime, let's say you finished your 2 rounds and something distraction came. You didn't want to chant inattentively. You kept the beats down. You finished your work. You come back. Now when you finished your work, whatever work you went for, you couldn't have done without loading a different relationship ego there. Some situational ego, some other situational ego. Let us say you are chanting 2 rounds, you finish your 2 rounds, then suddenly something you had kept in the stove and you have to go to the kitchen. Right? Now you keep your beat back down, you go and do your work, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes. To do that work, you have to come out of a Nama Sevak ego and you have to go into cook's ego. Of course, cooking for Krishna. Cook Sevak, not Nama Sevak, Cook Sevak, Prasadam Sevak. You have to get into that. Okay, now you come back and sit. Your cook ego is to be shifted, replaced by Nama Sevak ego. And that is where you need battery power. That means for each session in the beginning, you have to have tapasya, just like how you trained in the beginning. How did you train in the beginning? Consciously you were holding Jnana Chesta, Kriya Chesta on the same sound. Doing effort to chant and knowing effort to hear. Chant and that very same sound you hear. So with that you have to do that. Of course, this is 3rd round. The 3rd round you are already locked up and you are going on. But the divine dependency, when I am talking about it, this is where I am telling that we need to invoke the Divya Chesta Shakti, which gives you the doing, knowing taste, where you want to do more, taste more. The doing and knowing, that means chanting and hearing the Krishna Nama, you would want that taste to come. We have to understand, it is not my tapasya that is making it possible for an attentive association with Nama Prabhu. It is only His KRIPＡ. God helps those who help themselves. To show that I am helping myself, I had to indicate, I had to show my expression of my desire. Therefore, I struggle to lock the attention. Then attention gets locked. And the way to lock the attention is to give Jnana Chesta and Kriya Chesta simultaneously on each Nama that is manifesting. And many times we discussed, if Divya Chesta Ruchi does not come, you become tired, you will sleep. Whenever you sleep during Japa, it simply means that that Shakti from the Nama Prabhu has not come. If it is not come, that means you never sought for it. You did not express your desire for attentive chanting. So, this is, and generally what happens, you see, suppose you fail again and again, inattentive chanting. Your mind gets frustrated. You say, why I am not able to be attentive? And then you extrapolate. That means how you start seeing that how much I am struggling. It's not sitting. My attention is not staying. That means all 16 rounds will be like this. You create a wrong impression like this. Then you get scared of chanting. Oh, it's very tough to like attentive chanting. The reason is that extrapolation of that initial struggle to the rest of the japa is not true. It's just like thinking, oh, I have to run the vehicle on battery only. No, it will, please understand that. It is not by your battery power. That battery power is what? Austerity. Not by your austerity you are going to chant attentive japa. By your austerity you are going to do the threshold starting. And by the mercy of Nama Prabhu, you get to chant. And this is something which nobody can dispute. You don't need very great advancement to do this kind of a japa, which we all experienced during mindful japa. How many feedbacks I have got, it is all posted in the question answer session. People who have never chanted more than 16 rounds, chanted 64 rounds, 100 rounds. That means that energy flow from the Nama Prabhu, that is the evidence. Prabhupada also says different places. No material sound you can go on repeating like this. But here you can go on repeating and you will want to repeat more and more and more. Just like when you see an electric wire, copper wire, you cannot make out whether there is electricity in it or not. But when you actually touch it, you will feel the electricity. That's the only way to see its effect. Similarly, when you apply this threshold japa, don't give up. Threshold japa maybe 10 beats, 20 beats, maybe even one full mala. Depends on how much involved your mind is in something. Early morning it may not be. But let's say you are keeping your chanting for the evening. During the day some disturbances happen. Some disturbing relationship. Somebody told something and you are angry and you feel it is unfair. And the thoughts and analyzing is not going on. So you take your mala, your nama sevak, ego is not getting loaded. For that you have to have tapasya and austerity. 5 beats, 10 beats is not enough. Diamond coat you have to follow. What is that? Loudly chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, and drown every other thought. Every thought is a subtle sound that you are hearing. If you can stop that thinking, that subtle sound hearing and exclusively hear Hare Krishna Mahamantra, it's totally a different kind of an experience. It is very much possible by the mercy of the holy name, and you get that Shakti to do it. So, principle is God helps those who help themselves. And you should not give up. If some days disturbance is there, you should know, no problem. I need to be austere, I need to do tapomaya japa. What is this japa called? Tapomaya japa, not Anandamaya japa. In Anandamaya, no tapas. In Tapomaya japa, you have to give tapas. That means you have to fight against the current. That means austerity means discomfort. You have to control your mind and then do it. And now Prabhu is seeing, he is wanting my association, he is struggling. Immediately, engine fires. You don't need battery power. Instead, what happens? In car, what happens? When you start with battery power. After the engine runs, what happens to the battery? Battery gets charged. Yes or no? From the engine motor, battery gets charged. See, battery is never charged anywhere else outside in a car, in an automobile. The engine itself charges the battery. Same way, today's good japa gives me strength to do better japa tomorrow, etc., etc. So, for 2 hours, we should ensure that to ensure 2 hours attention is locked, you have to at least give 5 minutes tapasya. And intelligently, it depends on the early morning you have got up after Mangalarti, mostly no disturbances, 5-10 beats, you are on the track. Suppose you have 14 rounds in the morning and you have got 2 rounds left. That 2 rounds to do that, you will see it is so difficult throughout the day. Because to load that Nama Sevak means you have to push out so many other things that I have to do this, I have to do this, I have to do that. All of them must be pushed out. And without pushing out, if you are doing, then you are going to do auto japa. And background, you will be thinking nicely what all to do and what to do, all this thing, all the different kinds of thinking that I have described in one of the modules. We call that 20 kinds of 15, 20 kinds, 16 kinds of thinking I have talked about. Thinking means you are gone, disconnected from Nama Prabhu. Disconnected. When disconnected, no energy. No energy, very austere. Japa, if you determine to finish your rounds, it's very austere. Because it is austere, it is tiring to the mind. Because it is tiring to the mind, tendency is to doze off. Anything that tires the mind will make you doze off. So this secret about threshold austerity and the desire and determination that is required in the beginning of your japa session is an expression of your wanting association of the Lord, and the Lord reciprocates by giving Divya Chestauchi. If you don't even have a desire that, no, I'm going to sit, I want now uninterrupted japa, then it's not going to happen. Uninterrupted tasking I want to do for next, I've sat now, next 4 rounds I have sat for that. Or at least worse than worse, 1 round, know where my mind will go. 1 round, 108 times. And you will see the kind of empowerment that comes to a person who does concurrent chanting come hearing successfully in an attentive way. So this is, now whom do you pray? To Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Nama Prabhu, which we have discussed earlier. Previous day also we had discussed that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Krishna himself, Radha Krishna himself. Combination of Radha and Krishna, and the Hare Krishna Mahamantra is also a combination of Krishna and Radha's name. So worshipping Hare Krishna Mahamantra is worshipping Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and the personality of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is very, very munificent. Namo Mahavadanyaya Krishna Prema Pradayate, and being very munificent, when we approached him, the 3rd round should be meditation on Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's causeless KRIPÁ. By your mercy, we are able to hold the holy name of the Lord attentively for so many rounds. So divine dependency, put the cue card of divine dependency. It reads thus. KRIPÁ APEKŞA Mala. Apeksha means there is anticipation. You are not thinking, but my struggle at it is going to be attentive. You start off like a battery starting. When you turn your battery, you are having hope and expectation that engine will start. Is it not? Same thing, when you start a mala, you should have hope and expectation for Divya Chesta Shakti from Mahaprabhu. I fully depend upon the causeless mercy to offer offenseless seva to Nama Prabhu with sadbhavanas. Simply, mindful chanting itself is offenseless. Sadbhavana is bonus. It is enhancing your quality of your chanting. Offenseless chanting means you have reduced all your negative qualities of chanting. Now you increase the positive qualities with sadbhavana. So every chanter, every japa doer should know that each session he has to consciously put some austerity, and then it goes on, it goes off. By praying to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, then your chanting will go non-stop. It will go without any austerity. Rather, opposite of austerity. It gives energy. It energizes your chit. You will become more and more energetic. By the end of your 16 rounds or end of your 32 rounds, end of your 64 rounds, you will see that you become more energetic. One devotee reported that he chanted 64 rounds. He said after 50 rounds, he suddenly saw the energy level was so high that it was more ecstatic. So it keeps changing. It never happens if it is a material sound, isn't it? You will only get tired. As you go up, it doesn't increase energy. So, I will put that quote. Can you put that quote? This is the essence of divine dependency round. Now, in teachings of Lord Kapila, Srila Prabhupada says, hear carefully, if Krishna sees that somebody is sincerely chanting Hare Krishna, he will help. What is a sincerely chanting Hare Krishna? Sincere means your sincerity of purpose. What is that? I want to be attentive to chanting and hearing. That means you are determined to give Divya Chesta and Kriya Chesta only for chanting and not allow your doing and knowing to go anywhere else. Then he will help. He is within everyone and he can understand whether one is sincere or not. Krishna helps a sincere devotee internally and externally. Look at this. Internally, he helps us Paramatma giving intelligence from within. Dadami buddhi yogam tam yena mam upayante. Externally, he helps as his representative, as a spiritual master. So, internally, the Lord gives the prerana, Lord gives the Divya Chesta Shakti by which we do japa. So fundamentally, when you say japa, you should have that in perception that it is not by my Shakti alone. I express myself, my desire, and Krishna provides me the Shakti by which I successfully do attentive japa. For the example of God helps those who help themselves, please read that there is a purport of, I don't know exact number, that Garuda story, bird recovering the egg, about that, which purport it is. So that's a story, beautiful story, which demonstrates the Jiva's role in devotional service here. And it will make, if you understand this example, when you have very good chanting, you will never feel proud. Even though you feel a sense of success, which is a fact, but you will not feel proud. Now you hear this story. The story goes like this. There's a bird who lost all her eggs to the ocean. And the bird was so attached to the eggs that she started asking the ocean, please return my egg, please return my egg. Otherwise I'll empty the ocean and recover my egg. The bird, naturally ocean did not return. The bird started taking water which her beak can hold, and throwing it behind with the intention to empty the ocean. She was so determined. She started throwing, drop of waters, from the ocean, and it was such a moving scene that Garuda, who is the king of the birds, he got attracted to the determination of the sparrow. Desire and determination, two words, desire and determination. And he came to her rescue and told the mother bird, and told the ocean, please return her eggs. Go up. And obviously, the personality of ocean, Garuda is not an ordinary person, got scared, and very promptly the ocean returned the eggs to the bird. It came to the shore. The eggs were delivered at the shore. And the sparrow was very, very happy. She had a desire and determination to empty the ocean with her small beak. Everyone laughed at her for her impossible determination. But Garuda, the gigantic bird, came and rescued her. What is the story? What is the moral of the story? There are 2-3 important principles to understand in this. One, this story helps you understand God helps those who help themselves. And there are very nice intricacies in this story, which I will explain. Very much useful in not only for japa, in every other life, aspects of life. God helps those who help themselves. Finally, tell me one thing. Did the sparrow recover her egg because she caused the ocean to be emptied and get it? No. If that was not the cause, then she need not have done this at all. No. What was the role played by her? Taking the water and throwing it, emptying, all those things. What was her effort? It was not required at all. Correct. In terms of actual work, it looked like a waste, because that is not finally what got the job done. But don't forget, don't forget, it's not the work. Her bhavana attracted mercy from top. So God helped. That means you should put your effort to serve God, then God will come and help. You should put your effort to chant with desire and determination to chant and hear concurrently. You will be helped by Nama Prabhu. Anything, God helps those who help themselves. Now, when you do something, you should not really think that, the result of what I achieved is materially speaking, your contribution is, these are all very difficult. It's a matter of faith. Because to achieve anything, there are so many factors. It's not only gross work. Subtle work, for instance, contacts and direction and intelligence and suddenly coincidences and so many factors are involved in it. No logic can, with no rationality. If people want to tell how I succeeded, They want to tell their story. They may make all kinds of theories out of it, but no theory is complete without bringing fortune, luck, or the factor called Daivam, the unseen hands, destiny. Without all these things, you cannot explain. Because these are all playing fact in achieving any result. So in the case of devotee, God helps those who help themselves. If you want, you should struggle, you should desire and determination, one way, another way. From some other way which you have not even conceived, the problem gets solved. Or from some other way, your desire gets fulfilled. You have to play your role. Sincerely, you should believe that I will empty the ocean. And Krishna will come and help me. I have to show my desire and determination is an expression of my sincerity to offer my service to him. My desire and determination is a show of bhavana. That means my true purpose is to serve you. I really want to serve you. I really want to be attentive. I really want your association. I want uninterrupted association of 16 rounds, Nama Prabhu. So therefore, there's a factor, not necessarily third round. As I told you, these are all practice sessions. One bhavana can be done as first also, second can be done first also, whatever it is. It's an opportunity for me to just say mala by mala and teach you the different bhavanas that can be offered, which will attract just like Garuda's bhavana, the sparrow's bhavana attracted the attention of the Lord, of Garuda. Desire and determination is a bhavana. Determination is a bhavana, is a feeling. Determination is a feeling. So there should be a determination to do offenseless chanting 16 rounds now. Today I have started my japa. So this is some basic concepts about, and we should, now I explain to you. I told you, when we achieve things like this, with divine dependency, we will never be proud. Why? Because you will see so many things have happened beyond you. It just happened, you cannot take credit. At least okay, you move your hand, you can take credit. Actually that also you cannot take credit. All prakrite kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha. Can you explain, once you decided to lift your hand, what all went and why it got lifted? You cannot explain. It's just happening. I want to lift my hand, it is happening. Okay, I want to vibrate my ears. It's not happening. And lift my hand, it is happening. This also body, this also body. So there is a Paramatma seated in the heart, in each body, permitting everything to be happening. That is also divine. Okay, leave that. This you assume that, I did all these things. And therefore the result came. Externally speaking, there are 5 factors of action. The 5 factors of action, they put together, then you get accomplishment of action. What is the purport that Garuda's story?
6.24.
6.24. 6th chapter, 24th verse purport. Please read that. So, you'll get very inspired. Remember that example always, so that you will never become proud. Let's say we build this temple. You never become proud. Because actually while doing, you know that you are struggling and you did not know, and mystically so many things happened. That means I didn't build the temple, or I didn't do this, I didn't do this service, I didn't do that service. I was blessed by little desire and determination, and and the Lord showered His mercy, and therefore it has happened. If somebody thinks I did it, actually he is stealing the credit due to Krishna. If a devotee thinks devotional service, I did it, he can say that I attempted to do it, I tried to do it, but don't say I did it. Just like sparrow can say, I tried to empty the ocean. The sparrow cannot say, I emptied the ocean. Sparrow can say, I tried to get my eggs back. But sparrow cannot factually say that I got my egg back. Similarly, so many desires we have for Guru and Krishna. We should never think that we did it. We should think that Krishna is so kind, so merciful, that little bhavana we showed, I want to do it. And by divine dependency, He manifested, He helped in so many ways. And mind you, it's very interesting. When you do services like this, if you have a very sharp eyes, you can really see, my God, how did this happen? How did that happen? How did that happen? If this particular in the jigsaw puzzle, if this piece was not there, the result would not have come at all. How did it happen? Just because it happens, you ignore that part. Nothing is by chance, okay? Nothing, Prabhupada says, nothing is by chance. There is a divine arrangement in everything. Even in Karmi's life, destiny has an arrangement. Destiny is working behind them. Therefore, you see people get what they don't even expect. How they get it without expecting something. Same, whatever role Paramatma is playing for devotee, to go beyond destiny and provide you what you lack to complete your service. In the case of karmis, when they desire, their destiny or their total account of punya and karma is called daivam. And that helps them or does not help them. In some situation, you are suffering, you don't have enough punya, you suffer. And then, if the destiny is there, you are not depending on Krishna. And he is an atheist, Prabhu, but still suddenly he got a lottery, all his problem got solved. So who solved? For him, Daivam only. Lottery, 5 factors of action is working, but no personal reciprocation. It was his own account. His suffering had to end, money had to come, it will come. Not for devotees like that. I don't want to depend on my karma for neither good nor bad, for sukha or dukkha, success or failure. I don't want to depend on karma. I want to depend on Nama Prabhu. I want to depend on Krishna because I want to serve Krishna. This is the spirit of the devotee, where he does not take any proprietorship over any activity. Number one. Neither does he take proprietorship over his desires. This comes in the 16th round, 13th round, surrender. Now new number is 13, surrender. In surrender round I have put there, Lord, please, lead me, give me your desires, lead me to your desires, and to succeed in fulfilling those desires. If it is his desire, there is no harm in asking to succeed, no? If it is your desire, you are unsure, no, whether it is Krishna's desire. How can I ask Krishna to make me succeed? Isn't it? So you tell the Lord, no, Nama Prabhu, you are a mystic, you are all mystic. Please don't allow any desire in my heart which is not your desire. Please put only your desire and let me succeed in fulfilling your desire to please you. So Jai Srila Prabhupada, Hare Krishna, Nama Prabhu ki Jai. We'll meet again Saturday.